official. What's up, everybody? We are back with another print and play. Today we are going to do a Fortnite Birdhouse. We'll play a few rounds of Fortnite. The new Chapter 2 came out, Season 1, whole new island, whole new meta, so it'll be fun. And while we do that, we're going to build this in TinkerCAD. We're going to build this Fortnite treehouse. We have a lot of trees here on the property, and we love having the birds around, so we have bird feeders, bird houses, things like that. So let's 3D print one, and let's do it in the style of this, which is a back bling back from Chapter 1 in Fortnite. So when you bought the Scarecrow skin, it came with this as your back bling, and as you can see, there's a little evil hidden birdie inside of it with these purple glowing eyes. So we can try to recreate that with some LEDs, but that may scare the real birds. And I kind of want this to be actually livable for real birds. So we are going to sort of recreate this. I'm not going to replicate it. In fact, there is a beautiful 3D model right here on Sketchfab. So you can see that's what I'm using as sort of a reference. And this model is, I believe, just a one-to-one copy from the game by this person, Fortnite Skins. You cannot buy it, you cannot download it, there's no way to get it, which is fine. This isn't for sale, this is just for my backyard. I would easily purchase it, but then that takes kind of all the fun out of actually building it. So we're going to use this for reference. It's nice because you can zoom in and out. You can see some of the detail, the little band-aids there, the nails in it, things like that. So we can sort of recreate that in TinkerCAD with shapes. And then what I thought is we would use actual rope and actual fabric here to tie on. We're not going to recreate that in 3D. So the fact that the 3D model is not available is no big deal, because we like making these things anyways. This is going to be a good reference. Now, we did notice that it obviously is all made out of wood. And on Thingiverse, there is this really cool set of 3D models by this guy named ButterPuppet, and he has created the wood, steel, and brick from Fortnite, if you know the sort of panels. So I thought we would use one of his designs for the wood to sort of create the frame, and then custom create some of the nails and the posts and things like that. So that is this series project. By the end, over here on the 3D printer, we hope to have this goes about 6 inches squared, so we hope to have a 6-inch Fortnite treehouse that we can put up in the backyard and hopefully make a home and some protection and shelter for a bird this winter. And little do they know, they'll be in an evil Fortnite birdhouse. So that is the plan. Again, we have this as reference. You can see down there in sources, these are going to be linked when we do the page, an explanation. And again, we're going to do this in TinkerCAD strictly because this is a free, open source, essentially 3D fabrication design software. Anything you make in here can easily be 3D printed. It outputs a file called STL, and in that file, it easily can print on the 3D printer anything you make. So that's why we like using TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD lets us sort of do anything custom that we want. It's not Fusion 360 or Rhino or any of those SolidWorks. Obviously that costs lots of money, and probably none of the viewers could really afford, or very few anyways. So we will use TinkerCAD, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only. We are not selling this. This is a one-off sort of replica to have fun with the stream and sort of check out the process more or less. So, and we will credit, I want to call them Fortnite Skins, is who makes the 3D models. And again, they have tons of really cool models we can use for reference. And of course, I'll link ButterPuppet, who has recreated the sort of 3D models for wood, steel, and brick that we use in our model. So, without further ado, let's get a game of Fortnite in. This is Print and Play. Again, the music you hear is from Julian Navia. You can find him on SoundCloud. He's got really chill beats sometimes. So, that's always our soundtrack here at Print and Play at Multiverse. And welcome into our shop. Let's get a game of Fortnite going here. We have been loving Chapter 2 Season 1. We've been getting a lot of good play in. My wife / duos partner and I have over 30 wins this season. So needless to say, we've been having a lot of fun. So let's get a few solo games in here, and after each game we'll go back into our 3D design and get that going so we can get our first prototype going. And as you know, if you've watched Print and Play, the first prototype usually does not work, which is fine, but it helps us learn what we need to fix and make for the next one. So let's pull this in. I'm not going to need my in-game mic for this. Let's probably turn this down a little bit here. Assuming you can hear that. Let's pull into Battle Royale. Let's just pause that. Okay, and no, you are not hearing Fortnite. So here's what we need to do. I'm going to exit this. Sorry about that. I believe what I need to do is run some sort of fancy software real quick by Elgato called Sound Capture. And this lets me split my music to different places. Okay, so you know what we're going to do over here? We're going to pull up Julian Via over here. Okay, I think we good. We good. We're doing here PC, image output, send it out. Cool. And I see it showing up there. Alright, we are good. Let's pop back over to Fortnite, and we should be set. Alright, so it's not very much fun watching the whole game without any audio, so thanks for hanging with me there while we reset that. And we'll pop this back up. What you see behind is obviously TinkerCAD. We'll drop back into that in a minute after this first game. Right here, our first game of the day, we have a punch card that needs filled out. So let's see if we can punch a few of those this round, and let's just get a dub this first game. Why not, right? Yeah, right. Oh, are you kidding? I mean, I have this, but I also have two-factor authentication, so let's just try this. Sorry about this. We're gonna kill that. And we're just gonna get it right from there. And then let's get this back. Okay. Maybe this time. There we go. And log me in. There it is. That's better. there we go. Okay. Alright. Let's first of all, let's switch up this gigantic skin. And we'll use one of the new skins from this season. Alright, and just I do have a few dubs, and been playing since about Season 3, I believe, are my first skins. So, I believe if we say Season 3, I have a few. I don't have any Season 2. I don't believe I played Season 2. So, so I've definitely had a lot of fun with Fortnite over its life, and I've been excited to jump back in. I didn't play probably from like Season 7 on. Once the planes came out, and it just kind of got overwhelming, and I had other things going on. I played some PUBG. I was playing a lot of Destiny 2. As you probably have saw, I was playing a lot of Apex Legends. But actually, this is the only game that runs on both of our computers, our gaming computer and the streaming computer here. So it's been a game my wife and I have been able to play together, and that's actually made it incredibly awesome to play duos and sort of be with someone as they learn the game and learn how it all works, and just watch them get really good. And now we average probably a win every couple days, if not a couple wins a day sometimes, you know. So let's see what we can do here. Let's pull up our map. Now, I usually do stacks. I love this mountain here. I do love Misty. Looks like we can go Sweaty. That's going to be busy. Let's go Craggy Cliffs. Alright, let's check that out. Oh, thank the bus driver. Do not forget that. And we'll just try to pop in this back restaurant and just work our way forward, see where this ring goes, and go from there. See how busy it is. I'm assuming most people here are going to pop into the park, maybe over to the orchard farm over here. Let's see. I like landing on this back building here. I know there's a bunch of shields up top. There's a chest or two. And then you can just work your way through the city, or you can dump out into those boats if you need to really get out in a hurry. Alright, I do hear someone right above me. 2 people right above me. Thank you for your bright green glider. Let's get going. Alright, let's start with pretty. Oh, great. This is awesome. Doing this, doing that, doing that. Sorry about that. I just need this volume up. It's really low. Let's put this in here and there. There we go. I'll get these. I think are 10 each. Yeah. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. That's better. Couldn't even hear footsteps. Sorry about that. Well, we know we at least got 2 people here. The ring is not far at all. Alright, and we're going to switch this out for that. It's kind of the way we like to have the loadout here. Sort of closest range back to sniper. And I always carry either rockets or grenades. Lately, rockets more. They just have so much better accuracy than bouncing grenades off of things. There it is. Okay. For the last 95 levels, that battle pass has meant absolutely nothing, but it continues to just blare in your face every 10 minutes. It sounds like it's been kind of untouched in here. Oh, remember when it started, it was 10 grenades per patch, which was pretty sweet. We're down to 6 per slot now. And here we go. Alright. Grazie. See, we still need some bunch of materials. Okay, 3 med kits. We got all blue items. Not much need for the old workbench right there. Now, we don't really need a boat, but we could definitely zip over there with one, and I think it'd be pretty cool. So let's get out of here. Let's get into those islands. Oops. Oh, man. That was weird. My map button must also be my get out of the boat button. I changed my map button recently off of the mouse on the keyboard. This Logitech mouse has 503 buttons. Just got in the way, so I moved it to the control key, and now obviously it's not working. But we're gonna pop over here and around into these islands. Kind of just mega rotate over to this left side, this west side over here. I forgot I changed. Anyways. Buttons have been moved. And I just gotta sort of reset my muscle memory real quick. Okay. Well, I need at least 21 of those. Over here. Let's see what we got. Let's scope up and figure out if we have any island buddies around us here. Whoops, boo. Okay. Looks clear. We have a balloon. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see where this circle goes. Yeah, not far at all. Well. By the time we make it over there, that circle's going to be primed and ready. Don't want to bring the boat, it's too loud. Oh goodness. Alright, 5. Not bad. Alright. Let's see. I mean, I like that there. I don't like being stuck on these islands, to be honest. Because when the ring starts to close, you're a sitting duck in the water. I mean, you're a swimming duck, but you get what I mean. Swimming duck. Practicing my swimming time trials to the castle, which looks off limits from the circle, but we can probably loot it. Well, we got 12 seconds. Probably not. Let's get close if we can. No visible signs of anyone else being here. Yes, more rockets. Perfect. Okay. Oof. And Sweaty Sands is still really in play. Oh, perfect. My luck, there would have been a trap right there. Alright. We got Senior Snipe over here. Let's check out what he's doing. If we can pin an eye on him. It's like right there. That is very close. Let's stick down in here. He's definitely got... Is that someone over there? He's definitely got his eye on someone. He's definitely... Oh, we got rockets going. Is he building towards him there? Got 13 left. Oh, he got dumped. Not too far behind him there. Under his feet. I don't want to waste a rocket on this guy. I'm gonna rotate back and up on this corner here. Yeah. A little late. Oh shit. Oh. I'm sorry. I got a little rearranged there. That was freaking terrible. So much for my golden rocket that I didn't even use one. Boo. Sorry about that, guys. First game. What are you gonna do? Alright, sorry about that. All of my... no viewers. So there you go. No one saw me mess up that bad. Probably no one ever will good. So... let's return to the lobby. Okay. While we're doing that, let me pull this up. There you go. We all good. Stream quality. Alright. So, after that terrible performance where I didn't even get a shot on anyone or shoot my golden rocket launcher. Boo. Let's hit it. And let's start building our Fortnite birdhouse. This is print and play. We got the play out of the way, so let's do the print. Okay. Here we go again is our reference. We are building a birdhouse for our yard, and to fit with the print and play theme, we've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently. And so as you can see, this is documented on FortniteSkins.net. This is called the Bird Hovel, and it is a birdhouse that was introduced with a skin, the scarecrow skin called Straw Stuffed. And as you can see, it came as sort of a set, and this was a back bling. You wore it on your back. I do not personally have this. I don't know if I've really even seen it other than when it came out. But I wanted to make a Fortnite item, and this birdhouse is right up the alley. I've been designing and working on birdhouses recently, so couldn't have asked for a better project. All right. To get into it, this Fortnite Skins has created a 3D model of it. So you can actually click over and sort of view and zoom and check out in high detail this 3D model. And this is what we are going to use for our reference. Again, you can't buy or download this, which is fine because we want to make ours from scratch anyway. But I think this guy makes incredible recreations. It almost looks like the real thing. So we're going to use this. We're going to keep this open on this tab as our reference. Now, here is TinkerCAD. This is the software we're going to use. This, again, is free. It's made by Autodesk. What you learn here, you can transfer to Fusion 360 and work your way up eventually. you can turn these skills into real jobs. So this is 3D design software, and what we are going to do is we are going to start dragging shapes out and sort of building this birdhouse. So again, we're going to use this as sort of our reference. And as you can see, a lot of basic shapes here. And again, we're going to get some rope and some fabric to do this, so we don't need to sort of model in the rope and fabric you see here, but we are going to make the nails and sort of the cuts and the holes and things like that. Obviously, this post for birds to sit on and sing when the sun is out, so that'll be nice. All right. As you can see, this is Fortnite, and even these Band-Aids, we'll model those on. That'll be fun. So as you can see, this is made out of wood, Fortnite wood. And so what we did is we went to Thingiverse and we looked up Fortnite models that people had made. And again, because we're not selling this, we're not offering this for sale, this is a one-off for our backyard. As long as we source credit these people as we build this, we should be able to find those links in the Twitter and write-up of these articles, no problem. So this is called Fortnite Wood. This is made by someone called Butter Puppet. And if you look, Butter Puppet has a long history of Fortnite 3D models. He's done a bunch of skins. He's done items like the Battle Bus and the Durburger head. So right in here you can find he has the metal, brick, and wood. So obviously we're going to use the wood. Now, you may be saying, well, it's not even close. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 slats of wood, and that's, well, I guess you'd call that 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And you look here, that's like a ton of, but I guess I'm just sort of doing a remix, you know? So I'm going to use Fortnite wood to build the, anyways. The one problem I see with doing that, to be absolutely honest, is these little holes in here. It's going to be interesting to see what the 3D printer does with that, or if TinkerCAD can even sort of import this model. All right, so Butter Puppet, we are going to download your wood, and let's show that. And we are going to extract this folder. And in here, we should have floor, roof, stairs, and wall. Perfect. So let's get rid of these items. Just going to hit delete. And before we import that wood, let's just start with the basics. And as you can see, the very bottom of this birdhouse is a rectangle that gets shorter at the top, a trapezoid. Maybe, don't quote me on that. And so let's build that. Now, a couple things. First, we could start with a box, and we could shorten that, and we can build that as our base. So a couple things to know here. First of all, our 3D printer, and you see the 3D printer over here. The 3D printer can only print, its build volume is 6 inches squared. So this birdhouse cannot be taller than 6 inches, wider, or deeper than 6 inches. So the base of our birdhouse, this base here, in relativity to its height, is actually small. It's much taller than it is wider. So one thing we don't want to do is make our base that 6 inches, because our birdhouse can't be taller than 6 inches. We want to keep this ratio as close as possible. And so I would say if this is a 1, that's a 2. So it's like a 2 to 1. So if 6 inches is how tall we are going to get, and a 2 to 1, 3 inches should be our base. Now you'll notice everything in TinkerCAD is in millimeters, which is fine because everything in the 3D printer is in millimeters. So if we want to know 3 inches in millimeters, ba-doom, ba-doom, it is 76.2 millimeters. So the very bottom should be no more than 76.2. We're going to make it by holding shift. Well, let's see, yeah. Okay. We're just going to call it 77. Why not? 77. All right. The only problem with this is, as you can see, it doesn't go in like a trapezoid, right? It is simply a square. It doesn't come into the top. Now, of course, you can start to sort of screw with its sort of settings up here if you want it more of a round edge. You can mess with the length, width, and height. But you can already do that by dragging on these things, right? So what we can do over here in TinkerCAD is find something that is similar to what we're trying to do, or sort of make our own, right? Now, obviously, this roof won't work. It doesn't even have any options. So up here where it says basic shapes, and again, none of these are really what we're looking for, which is fine. There's even a scribble here where you can make your own shapes, which is really cool. But what we want to do, and in fact, Julian's not back on. We need our beats back. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go into this where it says basic shapes. There's actually a ton of shapes. So we're going to go into shape generators all. And this is like a huge, weirdly organized, frustratingly to sift through sort of list of other shapes. And as you can see, stairs is right by Cremolera. It's not alphabetical. It's not, who knows? So there's really no rhyme or reason to this. It's not searchable. There's no way to get to anything. I've been using this for a couple years now, and I still don't really know where anything's at. It's also not a scrollable list. You got to click through pages. Anyways, I digress. TinkerCAD is free. So we're going to look through here and see if we can see anything sort of trapezoidal. Anything that looks like something we could possibly use to make this base. Now, I'm sure if you were using something like Fusion, square taper. Now we're getting somewhere. Bottom width, bottom, this is it. I was going to say, if you're using Fusion 360, this is probably like, done. You could do this. But again, we want to do this all in TinkerCAD. So, now, we already said we know our bottom is no more than 77 by 77 millimeters. Okay. Now, let's look back at this. It tapers in slightly. And then as you can see, the walls go back, then the wood even of the roof sticks out even further. It's going to prove to be tricky for 3D printing with overhangs. We'll figure it out. Okay. So now here we are. Now, again, let's make this top. As you can see, again, this top is what we're going for here. I would say 10 to 15 millimeters high and then slightly in. So let's go back here. We're going to say we are looking at about 10 millimeters high. Okay. And now the top diameter, we actually want to push out a little bit, right? Oof. Oh yeah, let's give it a lot of polygons. Square it off. It's a round, you know what I mean? As opposed to it being a square, if you were to look over the top of it, it's definitely round. So that might prove to be tricky. We will put this over to the side. We were close. Here's a flattened cylinder. No, thank you. This looks maybe like we're getting closer. Oh, no. Trapezoid. I believe that will be perfect. Not sure what trapezoid is, but we can do that. What else do we have here? A scale square. But alas, not what we want. I believe this is what we want. If we were to say, shrink this, pull this. I mean, that's pretty close, right? Exactly. That's not big. So let's shrink this over here. Pretty close, but not close enough. This out. 77. 77. Okay, now this base top width. That's what we're looking for here. Our top height is 10. 10 at most. Alright. Then this top width. Oh, yeah. No, that just turned it into that. Oops. Undo. There it is. What if we did this right here? What if we got rid of that? Alright. And what if we said see, we need to make sure we still have that angle there. So hold on, this top width, if we just started saying like 16, do we still get that angle? Yeah, okay. Well, let's go back to our correct, we're gonna change it over, we're gonna say 8 by 8. We can have it. Okay. We're gonna shrink this down again to about 10. Oh, okay. This is too good. This is too good. That is almost exactly the base. Now again, let's look back. And again, so that is looking really good. Alright. This base is looking. Now again, it doesn't matter what color it is in here because when it prints out, it's all going to be the same color. And we'll probably use white, which will let us spray paint it and do whatever we want with it. Okay, so let's make this just for the sake of being a little more visible on the screen as well. We're going to make that. Now, 10 looks a little high. Let's see if we can bump this down to like 5 millimeters. Alright, let's start with that. That looks good. The more room we can give the birds, to be honest, the better. So, there we go, and there we have our base. As you can see, there's a little nail in the base. We'll go back here and we can kind of zoom in on that. There's a nail that's been stuck into it. So, let's build our nail. Now when you look at it like that, it's actually kind of straighter up, right? It doesn't have that extreme angle to it. So let's see if we can. 16 was too much. Okay, that's a little better. Those sides are a little much. So let's do our top width is like. Okay, that's looking better. That angle is not that angle though, so our width, let's keep going. Let's try 18. Oh, I'm liking it. Should we push the envelope all the way to 19? Let's see what we get. Oof. Yeah, let's do that. That looks good. Okay. Now, I'm going to raise this up to 6. Let's do 6. There we go. Okay, now, let's go back and put this nail on. So we'll go back to basic shapes. As far as I can tell, it is a cylinder. Alright, and we're going to sort of shrink that. Doesn't be too thick. Also doesn't mean we're going to hold shift and sort of shrink that down. We're looking at like 6, 5, 6. Now, you're going to say, but wait, you can obviously see it's a nail. There's a little pin that goes in, and then, you know, if we were to put this pin right here, the printer wouldn't be able to print that because it would need supports under there. So I guess it would build supports. We can break that off. If you can do that. Let's do it. I mean, why not? It's going to need supports other places, I'm surmising. So let's rewind this. Let's actually make this. Need to make it at least. Let's duplicate it. Let's put that. 2. Alright, now let's combine these so it's one thing. Perfect. And actually that's too extreme anyways, so that's perfect. There we go. We're going to go at 22.5. Let's bring this up. And then let's sort of push it over just a tad. All right. That looks good. I like that. Okay. So what we've done is we have created the base. Now, again, I thought what we would do is use a Dremel tool to sort of cut in those things. You know, I mean, modeling that would be a little crazy. So there we go. Now the next thing we need to do is build these sort of walls in the roof. And so real quick, before we go any further, I do want to play one more game here. Do want to play one more game. We have another half hour. So what I want to do is import the Butter Puppet model. So again, over here on Thingiverse, we have Butter Puppet, who has made some Fortnite pieces and obviously some skins and equipment. And so we downloaded his wood, and we are going to cross our fingers, import that into TinkerCAD to use for walls. So here we go. We're going to import files, choose a file from our computer. Now earlier we downloaded that. It is here, Fortnite wood, files, floor, roof, stairs, and wall. Away we go. Import. Now, it may just kick us back and say this model is ridiculous, get out of here. And that, nope, wow, it's huge. Awesome. Nice work, Butter Puppet. Nice work, buddy. Okay. That is incredible. So we need that. These walls should be no more than, say, 5 millimeters. Plenty. 6. Okay. Let's look at this wall. This is awesome. Nice work, Butter Puppet. There are a few little openings here. I don't know. The 3D printer should be able to skip over little things like that without causing too much in those gaps. So let's look back at our model. Now what we're going to need is like side wall, back wall, side wall, roof, front. Obviously the front has a hole cut out of it. As you can see also, the walls sort of go up to the side, so we'll want to sort of build that in to our 3D model. So let's start with the left hand side. Let's rotate this model 90 degrees. Awesome. And let's sort of line up. It's going to start there. Let's bring this over. Okay, let's suck that into right there. It's pretty perfect. Look back at this front. There's a wall. Now you'll notice it is going straight up and down, so what we want to do is give it sort of G-lean to the side. Now I think going 22 is too much, 15 is too much, 10 looks pretty good, even 5 looks really good. So we're going to put it at 5 degrees. Now, we do know, again, that our upper level limit is 100 and, let's see, 6 inches is 100. So 150 millimeters is our sort of top end. We need to keep that in mind. Right now we are at 86, but we still have that roof. So we'll go from there. So let's take this. back wall, really the front wall is the one we're going to have to do the most sort of customization. We're going to have to cut that out, put a nail on it, do those. Of course, the top has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nails, but we already made a nail, so copy paste. The back wall does have a band-aid. I think it would be cool just to put real band-aids on. I have a billion of them, so I've been thinking the rope, the fabric, and the band-aids are going to be straight up real. Then the nails we can paint gray, this we can paint with that. I mean, if you really wanted to, we could go to a wood shop and make it, but anyways, we are good. Let's look at this back wall real quick. Again, it just has some band-aids, which we're going to use. This rope and fabric, we're going to use real life. So let's duplicate another one of these walls. Flip it 90. We're going to bring it back here. Now, this one doesn't need to lean. The back and front walls are not leaners. So we're going to bring this back +5. Okay. Perfect. You will see that there's a little gap, right? Between there, we're going to need to fill that in. So let's bring this forward. If we get lucky, sort of pull this over there. I took the wrong one. Okay. Now we'll move that in. So now this plus this plus this group. There we go. put it at all right, now, before we do this, let's raise this up to 150 millimeters. We cannot be higher than that. Just remember that. So, this could be also notice the overhang is not that extreme, right? The overhang is actually small. So, and it's a little thicker, so we'll have to thicken that up. So let's undo that. One thing we want to do is thicken that up. We have it going. Okay, and then let's get a little bit of height. Let's do 140 just to be safe. Okay. Just to be safe, we're going to do 140 because I just want to be safe. Okay, so without further ado, we have about 15 minutes. I am going to save this. So we have it saved as Fortnite Birdhouse. We got pretty far today. We got our 3D model sort of roughed up, as they would say. And those don't meet, but that's okay, because we'll just move this 1 millimeter. Alright, those walls intersect pretty good. And technically, do. It really isn't too much. You know what I mean? Slight. Very slight. Alright, so all that's left is our front and back to rough in, and then we'll get down to details. We'll get our nails back on. We'll have some nails here. Make sure everything looks good. So, okay. Part 1 is literally called Cameras Too Close. And we got our thing fixed up. What we're going to do is go back in to Fortnite. Let's just add this to our tab here. We can close out some windows. Let's go back into Fortnite for one more solo match. And then let's see where we're at. So, let's get one more of these peeled off before we gotta go at 3. Let's make this one a win. And I promise, if I get a golden rocket launcher this time, I will shoot it at the other person's fort. I promise. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. I can't believe that guy. I can't believe how terrible I played there. And I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry how close this camera is. I didn't even realize. We gotta back that up. I think that's as backed up as I can get right now. Alrighty. Let's go to, where did we go? We went cracky last time. Let's go steamy. good game, everyone. Well, we're pretty much going to pop right away and just follow these zip lines in. I'm sure me and a healthy dose of people will be there. We'll see. Just more people we have to take out on our way to the win, right? Easy. Now, I have tried to get down on the zip lines and zip in, but the glider is definitely faster than the zip lines. So now there's always the chance that you may have pulled your glider too late and you're not going to make it, and by which these zip lines are entirely necessary. So it looks like that's where we may be. Okay. There's a chest. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get rid of that. Get a chest right up here around the corner. Okay, here are people coming in right now. Give me shields. Done here, but I should be soon because we got to go pretty far here. Let's do that. I'm not going to wait for minis because I have a feeling I'm going to get out of here pretty quick. Aha! Take it. Perf. Well, let's take one of the stacks. Get out of here. Take this guy. We're looking at a green pump. And rocket launcher. The Fortnite gods are mad that I got a gold one last time and didn't do anything with it. So alright, we out, Steamy. Let's go to our next adventure, which is called Avoiding the Farm. Well, we can hit this red. That's even a little close for me. Thought I just saw someone jump out of the water. There, can you guys hear the game a little bit better now and not my... Oh, shit. Midstream adjustments. Let's see what we're looking at here. I can switch. Just be two bots in each other. Yeah, everyone's getting in on it. Sorry, Ash Brown. That was bot, probably. This is bot. Guys. Oh, there he is. Circle, you must come to me. Oh! Sorry, bud. Ouch. Alright, I know that's a lot of stuff, but I'm... Oh! Play that game. We can do that. Where you at? Give away your locale, huh? Gotta go. Oh, he has one of these. Nice. Okay. We're doing this. We gotta hustle. Oh, nice. 3 more. Made up for that. Okay. Oh, big shootout on the bridge there. Did he fall down? He fell down. So was going for that. There's that weird chest that hangs over the edge. And I feel like there he is. Nothing to do with that house there. Sorry, Charlie. It's like a murder house. It's weirdly in the middle of nowhere, and everyone just kind of converges on it. And I know, like, I'll take my chances on the other side of the murder house. Are we in the circle here? Yes, we are. Yikes. That was like the weakest encounter. Ouch. Alright. Well, let's see if he survives. Well, we out. So, 8th and 13th. 9, 12, 10, 11, 10 and a half on average. So, I promise I will do better tomorrow. Let's puppies. And let's head back over there. Alright, so I just want to say thank you very much for checking in. We are done with print and play. We got a split. Here is what we have so far. We are making some measurements. We've built the walls. We've built the roof. Built the base. Turned out really well. Our Fortnite Birdhouse for print and play. And here again is the 3D reference model that we're using. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Chris4000 is my name on Fortnite if you want to join in on the game. And I will see you soon for part 2 where we will finish the birdhouse. We'll get to printing and we'll get this up before winter comes and the birds really need it. So enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Later.